the world asking who is he? A certified lieutenant, pressure they can't breathe. This uniform I earned, double bars on my sleeve. When I say mind of Messiah, I'm talking mind of the minister. His love for his people, how he tried to deliver. We at war with the enemy, we know the penalty. If a person doesn't perform his duty, what the end to be? When the smoke clears, we'll appear as the victim.
I'm excited.
Man, we at track 6.
Wolf.
Mind of the Messiah. Mind of the Messiah. Now, when this track opens, I haven't been blessed yet to travel to a Muslim country internationally. I haven't.
Right.
But what I hear from those who have is there's a certain sound that you hear. Now, these are Muslims, Christians, any faith. When the description that I've heard is when you get to the holy city of Mecca or you get to Medina and you hear that sound resonate, the call of the Adhan,
Right.
it puts something different in you.
Right.
When this track opens, you hear that call.
Yes, sir.
Like, what was the inspiration behind the mind of the Messiah and opening with the Adhan?
Well, we know, the Adhan is the call of prayer, right? The call of prayer, then transitioning into the mind of the Messiah, who teaches us the proper science of prayer and who to pray to. So that's how that happened, beloved.
My Lord.
Like you said, everything was done, you know what I mean?
Intentionally, everything.
Yeah.
Bro, and with this, because once you get into the production within this particular track, the energy told me, oh, well, I'm in battle now. We
Yes,
in
sir.
battle.
Right.
And what it reminded me of, I was studying one day the prophet, peace be upon him, and was talking about, I believe it was the Battle of Badr,
Okay.
where they said they were fighting and prophet is at the forefront. But there were times where he would go to pray as they're fighting, and then he would get back to the forefront, and the soldiers would get energy. They would draw closer to the prophet during the battle.
Wow.
So I'm like, we saying prayer in the middle of battle right now.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, the like a lot of records, the beat will dictate that, but on this record in particular, their lyrics between him and Sasco, their lyrics dictated the energy of that track. The track didn't dictate the energy of them, if that makes sense.
It does.
Like other tracks, the track did that. Not this track. This track, if you strip away his vocals, Sasco's vocals, and just listen to the beat doesn't sound like it's calling for that, what they did. But what they did was they brought it to another level. That they brought that particular beat to another level. So again, we worked off each other, man. When he'll tell you when Sasco came in here and put his voice to that track, I can't even describe the feeling to you, because when you see Sasco, right, you don't think that voice should be coming out of his body.
Really?
Real talk.
There's
I
no
gotta
way.
meet the God.
Yeah.
I gotta meet the God.
His voice sounds like the voice of a 300-pound, 6'8" person. You understand?
Yo,
like
that's a fact. And the way it ring up, when I heard
it
this
sounds
track,
like that with no microphone.
my Lord.
I'm serious.
Am I lying to you?
Yo, when he came in here, all played the beat, and he just walked around. And real Joshua, like when I looked, I'm like, yo, like wow.
And I know IBorn has footage in his phone, so
yeah.
in this, we're gonna show that footage somewhere, so you can get a better understanding to what we was hearing.
Right.
No pen, no paper, just straight vibe off the beat.
Sound like
And
he had a
happened just like
built-in megaphone in his vocal cords. Like it's incredible, man.
But
Go ahead, please.
Not to cut, but the brilliance of it is that when R made the beat, he said, yo, it'd be dope on here like a reggae artist with like a really hard voice.
Yeah, like a heavy voice.
A heavy voice. So Austin is a Jamaican. He knows the culture. He knows what he wanted. And when he sent me the video of Sasco and I'm listening, I'm like, wow. But still, with that being done and that being said, to be here when he did this was absolutely mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
And bro, and Oz, I know this is the music you came up on.
Yeah, for the
right?
most part, yeah.
This is so when
For the most part.
you and I was watching an interview of you and you were like, man, I always look to incorporate, that sound in
just
my
because
project.
I love it so much. It's like I wanna give people that same feeling that I get when I listen to certain reggae songs. You know what I mean? Like I'll be in the gym and I'll listen to like I might be listening to Buju Driver just because the energy of that record is like, you know what I mean? So
Right.
when I make music and I incorporate a reggae artist, I wanna give back that same feeling. So when people hear it, they feel the same way I feel when I listen to certain records. So when they listen to Mind of the Messiah, I wanted them to listen and say, oh, nah, this is crazy. This is giving me a feel like I want to listen to this 20 times back to back. I
Yo,
want them
God.
to have that feeling. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what it give you.
Right.
Yeah.
It give you that like I can't listen to this once.
Right.
Because that when we are the soldiers
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
that's who we are.
Yeah.
It's like
Sound like
we
a
are
lion,
the
man.
soldiers. And, yo,
You heard I was
ready
blacked
for
out at
war.
the end.
My God.
Yeah.
Like he
Now
really
he went crazy at
nah,
the
he
end,
was
and that wasn't even
crazy.
planned. That was like, cause his assignment was a hook.
That was
But
it.
I think he felt the vibe of the record so much, he was like, yo, just start me from my last hook. And he just did a verse. Like, that wasn't part of the plan.
Wow.
But it was so crazy
God's
that
plan.
That was
yeah,
God's
that
plan.
was
That was an actual
again.
fact.
It was like this whole thing was like divine intervention,
Come
man.
on now.
Things that that wasn't supposed to happen, they happened. And it happened like in a way where you couldn't plan it. Because he'll tell you, here's the thing with Sasco. He wasn't gonna do the record unless the message was right.
Woo!
You know what I mean? And this is somebody that is a paid, let's keep it real, like a paid feature to be on the song, right? But the money didn't matter to him. It was like, what is the record about? What is this man talking about? He didn't even think of one lyric until he came here and heard the record.
Wow.
So now when you start doing this, it's like, okay, we got to handle a business. I was like, yo, we can't even get that far yet, bro. He got to hit a round.
Right.
Man,
I said,
principles.
what?
Right.
Now let me ask you. Now, because I love what you said, Oz. What was that conversation like? Because this is called Mind of the Messiah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna get into that.
Right.
You know, what was when he asked, like, yo, what is this about?
I let him know, like, and that's the great thing about Sasco because he's conscious. Like his music is conscious. He knows about the struggle. And he has a great deal of respect for the Nation of Islam.
Wow.
And I've had the opportunity to sit down with him and just have like these intellectual conversations. And he respects the movement. He respects what we're about, how we go after our people.
Right.
And I think that connection right there was the greatest chemistry right there. So once that was done, that was it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And the title of this song is Mind of the Messiah.
Right.
And then you say it in the line.
Right.
Clear as day.
Right.
Mind of the Messiah is the mind of the minister.
The mind of the minister.
What does that mean to you, bro?
I'll tell you something real where I really got that from, and I have to Don Enoch. So for those that don't know, you know, whatever the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan gives us the instructions, we follow those instructions to the T. And we were issued a travel ban where we could not travel to, you know, other countries.
Right.
That was just it. I don't care what you got to do. So I asked Don one day, because, you know, I know things were picking up in the music. I said, Don, you know, I'm starting moving around. I said, do you think that the travel ban is ever going to end? He said, brother, I can't tell you. We are in the mind of the Messiah. And when he said that, it blew my mind. I said, wait, what? We're in the mind of who?
We in the mind
of the
God.
Messiah. The God is
Damn.
He's thinking about us? I said, yo, that gave me chills.
Yo, that's crazy.
Word. And I said, yo, I have to use this somehow.
That's crazy.
And it goes back to what I'm saying. Once that's in his brain,
Yo, bro,
that
it.
record had to get done.
It was over.
We are in the mind of the
Messiah.
Messiah.
Like, for Don
Lord.
Enoch to say that, it was, for those that know Brother Don Enoch, his function was
it's
powerful for him to say
it's
that.
different.
It's different.
And the beauty of the minister, because, you know, when he speaks, right, he's being fed, right, by the God directly. What it is that the God wants put out into the world.
Yes.
So when we see that the minister provides guidance at a certain time, and then we see the forces come directly after that to answer that guidance.
Right.
Like, you really got to understand who we looking at in the mind of the Messiah.
Oh, my Lord.
Like, I think back to pre-COVID, where the minister, yo, don't spend big.
He said that.
Don't spend big. It was one line, Oz.
But
Don't spin
it
big.
made all the sense in the world in a couple of
Bro,
months.
in the next month,
In
we
the
like,
blink of an eye.
oh snap! Everybody saving their bread, bottling toilet tissue and shit. They don't know what they doing, like. But it's real, man. So now this particular track is different, and it brings a certain energy. This is one of those that's gonna be on repeat, right? And then this, I believe, correct me if I do we welcome Bow Tie City in this track?
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
Yes.
This is where Bow Tie City is established?
Welcome to
Yeah.
Bow Tie
The
City.
city.
And my military decorum got the world asking, who is he?
Woo!
You know what I mean?
Come on, man. So y'all know we in Bow Tie City
Yeah,
now.
welcome to Bow Tie City.
Come on now. Track 6 in the books.
Track 6.
When it's all over, them did know from the start. Yes, that we are just soldiers and we're